Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and as well as Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our local spotlight for WYAD. We're excited to welcome Mr. Aaron Edwards to our program today. He's the owner of VanJons Pharmacy. We're going to talk to him not only about what it's been like for him to be of service to the community of Yazoo City, but also what he wants you to know about the services they're able to offer, and of course that you all know how to be able to find them as well. Mr. Edwards, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Cyrus, thank you for the invite. I'm very humbled to be with you today.
Oh, the pleasure's definitely all mine. We're going to be letting our audience know, of course, how they can be able to contact the pharmacy, but I want to begin with talking about service. As you kind of look at what you've been able to do with the pharmacy there in Yazoo City, what has it been like for you, Mr. Edwards, to be of service to the community?
Well, Cyrus, we have four ladies that work at VanJons Pharmacy. I'm one of the owners. I'm actually one of my partners is the son of VanJons Pharmacy. So we have a couple owners there. VanJons has been around Yazoo City for over 50 years. We all believe that we're put on this earth to serve, and we believe that that's not only in your church community and in your regular community within Yazoo City, Yazoo County, but that's in your work also. And we want to serve people. It's as simple as this. We know that any pharmacy can fill your prescription, but it's a pharmacist should be like your family doctor. It should be somebody that you can trust, you can go talk to, that has time for you, and that's what we want to do. We want to have time for you when you come in to explain your medications to you. We understand that a lot of times that our customers are coming in, they're dealing with an illness. They're dealing with a daughter or a husband or a father or a mother with an illness, and it's a hard time for them, and they need somebody to talk to. And that's what we enjoy doing is getting to know, having a relationship with our customers.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you mentioned that, Mr. Edwards, because I think when people think about VanJons and what you're able to do there, I think, like you said, I mean, to be able to have a place you can go that's a trusted resource. Did it seem inevitable, though, for yourself that you would be in a capacity either where you would be, being able to help operate a business or at least to be of service in some form or fashion in a community like that?
Well, to be honest, Cyrus, we bought into VanJons about a year and a half ago. So I was not a pharmacy owner or in the industry for a long period of time. And I went to places where I had to sit 2 and 3 hours for my prescription. I went to a place, some of the Walmarts, the big box stores that didn't have time for me, and I didn't have a relationship with the pharmacist. And I didn't know that existed at the time until I got involved in the small community pharmacies and understood that that's what they're there for. They're there to be a trusted advisor to their community and to their customers, and that's what individuals need, and that's what we enjoy doing at VanJons. The ladies Sissy and Christy and Tony and Tawana there, that's what they love to do. That's why they come to work each and every day. Is not only to help people with medications, but to get to know people and have real conversations with them.
And those conversations are definitely important because a lot of times I know from being my grandmother's primary caregiver when she was living, as well as, of course, helping my mom now with her needs, a lot of times we as family members don't know, right? So it's great to be able to go somewhere where people can actually tell you what things are. How does that feel personally to know that you're able to help bring services like that to a community like Yazoo City and to be able to provide that relationship with the community that way?
It means everything. Relationships are everything. Service is everything. Like I said, that's why we're here. We're here to love on people, to help people, to walk with people through good times and through bad times. And it's a lot of the times when we're in our business life, it's hard to do, but it's something that we get to do at VanJons, and the ladies love to do it. And me and Wade Ward, which was VanJons' son, he's one of the owners. We enjoy doing that. That's it's just the highlight of the day when you're allowed the opportunity to walk with somebody, in a hard time, in a good time, anytime, just having a real conversation.
Well, in the community, it definitely feels the same way. Mr. Edwards, when I was prepping for this segment with you, one of the things I took note of are the reviews that people have been leaving online for VanJons there in Yazoo City. And one of the things that Rose said about it is that it's so awesome. People really care about you. A gentleman named Clifton said he loves the place. People are kind and helpful, and they also have gifts for whatever the occasion. And I think that is the thing, to be able to be a part and have people want to be able to talk about it. Now, of course, we all have been dealing with a very challenging past couple of years, Mr. Edwards. How was VanJons able to continue being able to operate and to still be of service, even with everything going on with the pandemic?
Well, the first thing we did, Cyrus, is when we acquired it a year and a half ago from the previous owner, Pam Ledbetter, who had it for many, many years before us, and we just continued her legacy in it, is we put a drive-through in. Because of the challenging times, it was needed. There was only one other pharmacy in town, CVS, that had a drive-through. So we heard our customers and the needs, and what we did was we went out there and made a change to our storefront and put a drive-through in. And it's been a huge blessing to our customers and to us too. It's just a need and something else we could fill. Also during this time, we started putting some medical supplies in the front of the store. A lot of walkers, lift chairs, safety seats, things for the bathroom, things for your tub chairs. We've tried to incorporate that into our business also, because there was a need in Yazoo City and Yazoo County for medical supplies that was not being fulfilled. So we brought in some inventory and brought in some supplies, and we have those available also now.
Yeah, I love that, and I love the fact you said something that is very important for me here with conversations, Mr. Evans. That was you listen to the community, and I think that is so important. And again, I think that goes to why the community then appreciates what VanJons has been able to do, and that is because of listening and having that type of relationship. I want to say, for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Mr. Aaron Edwards to our program today. He's the owner of VanJons Pharmacy in Yazoo City. We're going to remind you guys, of course, how you can be able to stay connected with the pharmacy. I want to ask you this question while I have you, Mr. Edwards, because I think a lot of times, too, like, unfortunately, other things in life, right, we don't always appreciate something until we need it. Talk to us about that aspect, how much people have appreciated knowing that VanJons is there for when they do need it and when they are in need.
Well, a wonderful example, and I want to kind of highlight the ladies at VanJons of what a wonderful job they do. Last year, Cyrus, during the ice storm, and we in Mississippi in this area in the Jackson, Yazoo County, we had about a week where everything was shut down due to ice. And we stayed open. We delivered. We had two of the owners and another friend with 4-wheel drive trucks, and we had the pharmacist and the farm tech there, and they were filling prescriptions, and we were delivering in the ice storm. And not only were we delivering necessary medications to individuals that had to have them, that's the thing about being a pharmacy. You've got to be open. You've got to fill the needs. People need their medication. When they need it, they have to have it. Not only were we doing that, but we had customers that couldn't get out of their home. They didn't have the ability to get out of their home, so they couldn't get food at the time. We were delivering medicine, and we were delivering food to some of our customers that needed it. It was a blessing for us to get to do it. It's what it was.
Yeah. So, of course, like I said, we're going to let our audience know how they can be able to contact the pharmacy there in Yazoo City, but also, of course, to be able to realize the resources there. As you and I had first spoke, Mr. Edwards, I was connected to you by, of course, here at the station, Miss Elizabeth Thomas, and she was really just telling me about how much she appreciated what VanJons has been able to do, and of course, how much she has appreciated your support of the radio station in Yazoo City as well. What would you like to say to the people of Yazoo City about what you're looking forward to being able to continue to do there with VanJons going throughout the rest of this year?
We just want to serve you. We want to be that trusted advisor where when you have to come in and you have to have conversations about your medicine, about about which ones you need to be taking, what doesn't need to be taken with other medicines. We want to be that person. We want your business, to be honest with you. I mean, we've been in the community for 50 years, and we want to be in the community for 50 more years. And we love to see new faces walk through the door. We love to get to know new people, and we just want to serve. That's what we want to do.
That's what it's all about. Again, everyone, Mr. Aaron Edwards has been our guest, the owner of VanJons Pharmacy in Yazoo City. Mr. Edwards, of course, our audience probably knows I actually live technically outside of Yazoo City, but, of course, glad to be a part of the WYAD family, so glad to be one of the on-air personalities. But how can our audience be able to stay connected with VanJons and to be able to ring them up?
We are our location. Our address is 320 East 15th Street in Yazoo City. That's on the corner of 15th and Calhoun. Our telephone number is 662-746-3562. As I said, we have a drive-through. If you have one of the things we've heard from our customers, especially from young mothers when they've gone to the pediatrician or they've gone to the doctor, they don't want to get their sick children out of the car, so it's much easier for them to drive through. It's always hard to get a sick child out of the car who's not feeling well and getting them into the business. So just come drive through. We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you walk through that front door just as much. We'd love to see you drive right through the drive-through.
All right. Mr. Edwards, thank you so much again for the time and your support of the station. Really appreciate it. And looking forward to having you back on the program again.
So humbled. Thank you so much, Cyrus. And the radio station has been wonderful. We love being a partner of it. They do such a wonderful thing for the community.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live.